My question to both of you is, what was your reaction when you found out you were going to be reunited with Jeffrey Dina Morgana last season? Was it something that was spontaneous, or was it something that was being planned for a long time?
My recollection, I'll start this off. My recollection is that we had been, we had kept in touch for years, and I had been fighting for it, and he had been expressing that he wanted to come back and see the family. But he had done some smaller shows called like Grey's Anatomy or something, or Grey Anatomies. And then the Strolling Deceased or something. They didn't last very long. He had been really busy, becoming a movie star.
Strolling Deceased.
You're welcome. You can borrow it.
I feel like it's like The Walking Dead, except their hands are in their pockets.
Are you whistling? Whistle while we heard.
That's the spin-off. Stay tuned for the Strolling Deceased. He just strolled right into my house and I didn't know what to do.
He was deceased. We had tried to make a way to make sense of it for a long time. Like there are a bunch of characters in the show that we wanted back. He was definitely top of the list for what it meant for both Jensen and Jared and Dean and Sam. And then they finally found a way to make it make sense. And then I smashed a pearl and hit him in the balls with it. I think y'all saw it on the camera. Oh, hi, she's 7.
Clean it up, by the way.
It was awesome. It was awesome to revisit and to work together.
It was, it was a little tricky because the show had gone ahead and written the idea with the knowledge and knowing that he had a lot of interest in wanting to come back, and a lot of that had been expressed through Jared and I, who still keep in good contact with Jeff. I remember saying, like, this should happen, like this is obviously something that everybody wants to happen, but a lot of it really depended on his schedule. As you know, the man's pretty busy. Just a little insider information, insider trading there. So I guess they reached out to his people, and they just flat out were like, nope, not interested. And I don't think they understood that Jeff was interested. A lot of times the agents and the managers and the lawyers and stuff, they are a barrier for good reason. It didn't work for this particular time. And so when the show kind of got shut down, the Bob Singer actually, he gave me a ring and said, hey, Jeff, does he not want to do this now, or what's the deal? And I'm like, no. Every conversation I've ever had with him, he's expressed total interest in coming back. He's like, well, we just got the door slammed in our face. I'm like, what? So I called Jeff and I was like, hey, are you still interested? He's like, absolutely. I'm like, well, not according to your folks. And he was like, oh, that's ridiculous. So I'll call him right now. So he called them, gave them the heads up. The show called back and they were like, okay, fine. But we're gonna need A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And the show was like, whoa, we can't do that. That's not our budget. We don't have Walking Dead money. and so again, the door got slammed. They were like, well, if you can't do that, then don't. So Bob calls me back up. He's like, what's going on here? Like, hey, now he says yes, but he wants all this stuff. I'm like, I call Jeff again. I'm like, hey, you know, he's like, I didn't ask for any of that. I'm like, you gotta get your representation in line, because they're asking for the moon and the stars. And he's like, no. He's like, I come do it for nothing. Aww. And so, and all of a sudden I'm like, am I the agent here? And where's my 10%? So I call Bob back and I'm like, no, they're full of it. Don't listen to them. Jeff wants to do it. He's cool. And I mean, it came down to like days before he was supposed to show up because it was a scheduled thing. So we earmarked him for a certain week, and then that week was coming up, and then all of a sudden his people were like, he's not available. And we're like, what? So again, I got on the horn with Jeff, and I'm like, hey dude, what's the deal? The same night? He's like, no, I'm totally available. Look, I'm just gonna come in and do the show. And sure enough, dude shows up on the day, ready to go, ready to play it all. So yeah, thankfully there were forces outside the control of the entertainment managers and lawyers and agents that were at work with that situation, and it all came to happen. So we were all thankful.